PBCHD choir. This is a tutorial video of how to use Planning Center online on your laptop or your desktop. So just accessing it like you would a regular website. First thing you'll want to do is launch your browser, whatever you use on your computer, whether it's Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or Safari or Firefox, something like that. Whatever you do to access a regular web page, you'll just want to launch that and go to planningcenteronline.com. And when you're there, you'll want to use your credentials to log in to planningcenteronline.com. So if you need help with your login info, please just let me know and I'll be happy to assist you with that. But once you're logged in, you should be able to see Philadelphia Baptist Church here and then Horseshoe Services, all right? And then once you're there under Horseshoe Services, you'll go to the rehearsal section. You should have permissions to be able to access that. I'm going to click the arrow right beside that, and it's going to drop down all of the Wednesdays for 2019. I've loaded them all in whether or not we have rehearsal. So, for instance, on the day this is being recorded, it's May 29th, and we do not have rehearsal this evening. However, I've gone ahead for your convenience and loaded the songs that we're currently working on so that you just be able to access them easily because it pops up in chronological order when depending on the day that you access it. So here is May 29th, 2019. I'm just going to click on that. Wait just a second for it to come up, and when it does, it has all the songs that we've gone over recently and will be going over in the next rehearsal. I'm going to show you two things to do at this point. The one thing is going to be how to access your sheet music. So you'd be able to just see the music that you would in print form during rehearsal, except it'll just come up on your computer. The second thing I'm going to show you is how to access the audio file that if it's associated with that song. Okay, so first thing is I'll show you how to find your sheet music in this desktop, laptop, regular computer mode. Here is How Great Thou Art, and I'm going to go over to the number to the right here. That number doesn't mean anything to you. It just means how many different files are associated with that song. It's really not important for you, but you can hover over it, or I'll just click so that the menu stays, and then I'll want to look for something that says vocal piano or choir, or like for instance in this case choir piano or just vocal, and that's the sheet music that I'll want to access for that song if I ever want to view it. So I'll just click on that, and in a new tab here you'll see that How Great Thou Art, the new version, has now popped up. Sometimes it'll download to your computer maybe, and you'll just have to open it up from wherever it downloads, or it'll show it within the browser here. Now, since it's in a different tab, I'm just going to X out of that and return to the original view. And again, that is just how you access different sheet music. So I'll just do it one more time for another song so you can see a different example. Here's Chainbreaker, the song below it. I'm going to hover over the number and maybe just click so that this entire attachment section, it's just calling it attachments, basically any files we've associated with that song again, and go to piano vocal, click on that. Here's Chainbreaker, and this is your sheet music that you would have in print form in your choir folder at rehearsal. So you get to see the same thing here. I'm just going to X out again to get back, and let's see what it looks like to access an MP3 file or an audio file for the song. So for instance, I'm already in Chainbreaker, so again I'm just going to go back through the motions here, but I'll click on the number here, and the MP3 is usually at the top or at the bottom. Sometimes it's stuck in the middle for whatever reason, but I'm looking for the MP3 for Chainbreaker, and this one is unusual in the fact that we actually have parts for it, so you can hear just the alto part or just the melody or just the tenor. For this example, I'm just going to show you the melody, so I'll click on that, and what'll happen, you'll see in the background there a playlist has popped up. Now I'm going to click off of this, and and just pause it. So you can now see this player mode / player view within your browser. And it automatically plays what I just clicked on from over here, but you'll also notice that there are a lot of other songs already in this playlist. These are the songs, if we have an MP3 file from any of these songs here on the left, will appear on the right, okay? So that's all this view is. And it's just super convenient that you would be able to now have all of these songs on the left in a playlist, essentially. Really great. So you can go right through them. Now, sometimes we won't have an MP3 or an audio file for the song. And what I'll try to do is find a YouTube video that's really close to it. Now, the YouTube video may not be in the same key as the song we're doing it, so it may not feel the same to you when you try to sing it. But it's really just for you to know how it goes. For instance, I'll click on the YouTube video, What Mercy Did For Me, and it'll start playing right within this viewer. So you don't even have to go to youtube.com. It'll just play right there. You get to listen to it, know how the song goes. Really, really fantastic. I would say I think we're at a point where 100% of our music is on Planning Center. So that's really, really great. Now, of the sheet music that's on Planning Center, about 80 to 90% of that do we actually have some kind of audio file for you to listen through the song. Sometimes we don't, and that's usually just because it's an older song or just wasn't put out by the publisher or whatnot. So that's the case. But please know that we have to account for how many choir members we have for both the permissions for your sheet music, the permissions for your demo, and the permissions to use Planning Center. So in other words, all of your access to this has been accounted for you and paid for. It's none of this is free, and you've been counted. Please use it for rehearsal purposes, outside of rehearsal. But for instance, you could also use the mobile app, which is a separate video, and use your tablet to download all these songs in sheet music form and just use your tablet in rehearsal if you would prefer to do that. One more thing before I let you go. Here, I'm going to take my mouse and go back up to rehearsal, click the folder there just to get back where we were initially. And then, for instance, if I want to hear a song that we practiced a couple months ago and we're not currently going through it in rehearsal, I just want to hear it. There's this section here that says upcoming, but if you click the down arrow, you can have it list Wednesday night rehearsals that were in the past. So, for instance, if I want to access a song that we rehearsed for Easter, I'll go since 3 months ago, because Easter was about a month and a half ago. And then I'll click on, knowing that Easter was April 21st, I can go to April 17th, the Wednesday before, click on that. Wait just a minute. And here are all the songs that we did in preparation for Easter. Now, just so you know, I try to list the songs, the first probably 7 or 8 songs is what we'll actually do in a rehearsal, and then I'll list some at the bottom for if we just have time, and simply to also allow you to access them. Even sometimes I'll put them on there knowing we won't be able to get to them in rehearsal, but I want you to have access to it outside of rehearsal. So just be paying attention to all the songs there from each Wednesday to Wednesday. But that is how you navigate through your Wednesdays. I'll go back to today, which is May 29th, 2019, and you'll see one more thing, which I already said it would just be one more, but look at this view here at the top left. You have arrows. This allows me to cycle through Wednesdays. So if I want to go back to last week, I'll just click on the left arrow there, and it goes back or forward. Same thing. So I hope this helps. If you need any help whatsoever with logging in, or if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Call, text, or email me. I would love to be able to make sure that you can get around to your comfort level on Planning Center, because it's an awesome tool, and I hope you can continue to use it well. Thank you so much.